This is News 4 In Depth.
Inflation and recession fears are impacting everyone's pocketbook this year.
I have to take money out of grocery to make sure I have gas to get to the store. So it's like a lose-lose situation.
Everything from the start of the new school year
It adds up so fast. It's kind of like Christmas.
to keeping you cool during the hottest time of the year is going to cost you more.
I have a big house and I have a lot of electricity. I have a pool.
We are here for you, finding ways to save you money. News 4 San Antonio In Depth starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News 4 San Antonio In Depth. I'm Jonathan Martinez. It seems like everything is more expensive these days. So for the next 30 minutes, we are here for you, taking a closer look at how to save money. And this time of year, a big expense for many of us is all related to back to school. So we'll take a look at how people are saving money. We'll also break down the tax-free weekend, which starts in just 2 days right here in Texas. We'll also take a closer look at what's covered and what's not and just how much money you can save. We'll also be talking with a coupon expert. She will give us her secrets on how to save big money and how to make coupons work for you. And finally, with this Texas heat, cooling costs are also pretty sky high. How you can save when it comes to utilities. Many Americans plan to spend less on back-to-school shopping this year as inflation takes a toll on parents. A new report from Deloitte shows back-to-school spending for K through 12 parents expected to drop by 10% compared to last year. That brings spending down to $597 per student. According to the survey, more than half of the parents who plan to spend less cited having less disposable income. It's actually the first time in 9 years that Deloitte has predicted a decline in back-to-school spending. Now, even though some families are spending less, as a whole, Americans will actually spend more. They're expected to spend over $41 billion on school supplies, and that breaks the record that was set back in 2021. So what's driving the numbers? Well, demand for more electronics, with the total spending on computers along with accessories expected to reach $15 billion. So just how much is inflation impacting families right here in San Antonio? We asked you, and it turns out the answer is a lot. We recently spoke to Mariah Castillo along with her husband, and they said inflation has definitely put a limit on how much they can spend for back-to-school shopping. But they recently attended a special back-to-school shopping event, and that bash included ways to help families save.
I actually have 7 kids, so it is a lot stressful because the inflation made all the prices go up. Right now it's the school supplies, and then we're going to go ahead and get the clothing next.
All right, and coming up later in today's show, we will talk with a local coupon expert about the ways to stretch your dollar and how to get the biggest bang out of coupons. Now, one of the great ways families can save is with the tax-free weekend, which starts on Friday, and we wanted to help you get the best savings possible. News 4 San Antonio's Jordan Elder breaks it all down for you.
The good news is almost all of the school supplies your kids will need will be tax-free. Backpacks are the only item you might be taxed on, and that's only if it's over $100. Let's get all this packed up because there are some exceptions. Textbooks, purses, and computer bags will still be taxed. Let's talk about how much money you can save here. The state's normal tax rate is about 8.25%. So that means for every $100 you spend this weekend, you're saving a little over $8. Now, you can also stock up on clothes and shoes too, as long as each individual item stays under $100. There are a few restrictions on this. Sporting supplies like cleats and pads are not eligible for tax-free weekend. Your regular tennis shoes, though, will not be taxed. If you don't feel like fighting through all the crowds, taxes can be taken away online as well. Retailers should realize that you have a Texas shipping address and they'll take the tax away. You are still going to have to pay the shipping costs, though. You can still use all your coupons and layaway to help bring the cost down even further. So happy shopping, everyone. In the studio, I'm Jordan Elder.
And the tax-free weekend begins this Friday, August the 11th. It runs through the weekend and ends at the close of business on Sunday, August the 13th, or it goes all the way until midnight if perhaps you're shopping online. Hundreds of military families had the chance to save money on backpacks along with school supplies just in time for the start of a brand new school year. They were given the items courtesy of Semper Fi and America's Fund. Organizers say it's a way to give back to families who serve.
It's a rewarding. It's an honor. It's something that we feel great about, and we'll continue to do it as long as we can.
The nonprofit also hosted a meal for military veterans and families to reunite with each other. We're also on the southwest side to find out about how savings are there available for families. And last month, Southwest ISD announcing they'll be providing students from kinder to 8th grade all their school supplies at no cost to parents. All you have to do is make sure your child is registered for the upcoming school year. Again, that is down in Southwest ISD. We're looking out for your money here on News 4, and this time of year we all have high energy bills. The good news is alternative energy resources are becoming more affordable. A homeowner on the north side says he's been able to save 80% on his electric bills thanks to his solar panels. 5 years ago, Lloyd Hefner decided to go solar, but his system needed an upgrade. It's an expensive decision that he knew was worth it, even though it was going to cost him about 20 grand.
My summer energy bills used to be $750 to $800 a month. My bill's been running about $350 to $390.
We kind of overhaul the system. We review what it was done, we bring to date what it was not done right, and we add more panels, and that was about 4 years ago.
Now, according to Thumbtack, a home service management platform, San Antonio ranks number 9 as most solar city in the U.S. There are federal tax incentives for installing solar panels, but we recommend getting advice from a tax consultant to learn more. Business owners are also finding that going solar not only lowers energy costs, but also their carbon footprint. La Hacienda de los Barrios now has 2 solar carports. They provide 56 shaded parking spots for its customers. Big Sun Solar of San Antonio built and installed nearly 450 solar panels for them. The business estimates it'll save them about $25,000 a year.
This kind of an investment makes a lot of sense. These are going to be here for dozens of years, and so that payback is worth it for them because they're not going to pick up and move in a couple of years. This is going to be here for a long time.
The investment is right around $750,000. The payback is about 6 years. The warranty is 25 years, and the life expectancy is around 30 years.
And Barrio says he plans on converting the parking lot at his other restaurant into a solar carport, which will save him an additional $30,000. We are spending this half hour talking about the ways that you can save money, and one way to do that is with coupons. Joining us now is coupon coach Brenda Ons, who's here to share with us a couple of her secrets. First of all, thank you for joining us.
I am so happy to be here.
And you brought a bunch of goodies with you
I
as well.
brought all kinds of goodies, and I just went today, and this is what I brought. It's so easy to coupon and save.
So, okay, let's talk about it. You actually offer a class to teach people about how they can coupon and save.
That's right. I do offer classes. I've been actually teaching for about 8 years. It's so much fun. So definitely I went out to the community and offered these classes, and you know what? People showed up. So I kept doing it. So now I have, 200,000 followers.
Ooh.
So that have family, that has friends, that has family, and they keep coming. Definitely now is a perfect time to learn how to save.
And speaking of a perfect time, we know you can get some deals on clearance items right now. Where can we get some of those right now?
Everywhere.
That's a simple answer.
I want to say everywhere right now. Right now, say earlier, went to Walmart. It was incredible to just walk in there and see all these clearance racks. You're talking, pants and shorts and shirts, even socks. People are getting ready for school. Parents are out there and they're flipping out a little bit because they're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to spend so much money. But I am hearing all kinds of good news. They're getting there saying I was able to find clearance upon clearance, saving really, really big. I was able, to get for all the family, and that's when we love to shop. It's right now. So for those that aren't shopping right now, they need to get out there
get
right
out and
now.
Shop.
Yes, because it's just clearance after clearance.
Sure. And speaking of, it is tax-free weekend coming up. Is it worth it? And what should parents keep in mind when they're back to school shopping?
Well, definitely it's worth it because you either shop next week and pay full price with your taxes, or you pay full price with no tax. So definitely, it is definitely time for you to go ahead and shop. Like I said, clearance is here now. So they're going to go ahead and get their clearance deal and no taxes. That is incredible savings.
That's a win-win right there. All right, so let's
You want to leave now? We can go now.
We can go right now. We're going to go. We got the car parked outside. So let's talk about back in the day. Of course, you never wanted to get stuck behind somebody in the grocery line who perhaps has a big bag of coupons. But these days, it's all digital, and you've got the entertainment coupon app to tell us about.
That's right. So that's two separate things. One thing is, you're correct. Back in the day, it was all about cutting your coupons, cutting. And nowadays, most stores, almost all the stores do have their own apps. And within the apps, guess what, are your coupons. So I love it. Shopping today is just, I mean, you go in and out. So where people are telling me, hey, Brenda, not sure about couponing. It's so much time. They've never couponed before, but they want to tell the pro that it's so much time. And I'm like, no, not anymore. Like, whatever you heard, just keep going, load those apps, get to the store, and save.
All right, Brenda, where can folks find you? You said you got about 200,000 plus, but a whole lot more coming. Where can they find you all?
SavingOurWay.com. So I have a website. It's called SavingOurWay.com, where we're putting all of these deals that I got today and so much more. All of my classes, you can go ahead and RSVP there. And did I mention that my classes for our San Antonio community is absolutely free? Absolutely free. And there was a look at your Facebook page as well. So a lot of ways for you to save. Log on, download, do it all. And right now is the time to do it. Go shop. Right now is the time to do it. Even your... As you can see right here, we got we got all kinds of goodies right there that parents are looking for. And I got it, you know, for, oh my God, almost 75% off.
All right, that's the way to do it. Brenda, thank you so much for taking the time for us and coming in today.
Thank you.
All right.